Hi there, this is Justin with Goodland Plumbing. Today's date is Tuesday, January 7th, 2024. Right now we are here at 1623 Bath Street for Kodo Group. Originally we were out here for 1621 Bath Street to camera inspect the sewer lateral, where we had found that it is also tying into the main line that is responsible for 1619 and 1623 Bath Street. We had taken two earlier recordings of the line and had gotten out as far as we could. This should be our third recording of the day, where we have hopped down to a cleanout a little bit further downstream towards our city connection. This cleanout is located outside Unit E for 1623 Bath. Right now we're about 155 feet out from this cleanout at our city connection in the middle of Bath Street. Right now we are going to be pulling back against flow towards our cleanout to record this line. Pulling back here, I believe right now we are pretty much right underneath the manhole in the middle of Bath Street. Right now we are pulling up a vertical section of pipe, I believe. Right here about 149 we get to the top of that drop. As you can see, this section of the pipe is SDR, and it seems to be doing some odd turns, possibly to get it into this manhole. But this is kind of what we're looking at. This is at the top of that drop, like I had said, right next to our manhole in the middle of Bath Street. Not too sure what's further downstream past this tie-in, or if it's possible that they're just using a couple different turns. But as we pull back here to about 147, we're going to be transitioning from SDR back to clay. As you can see here, we are also pulling into a pretty substantial root intrusion. As you can see, this guy comes all the way back here to about 144. This section of pipe, I believe, is 4-inch clay, and this is all down in Bath Street. But as you can tell, there's a pretty good amount of roots growing in this zone. Pulling back here to around 133, as you can see, we do have that large root intrusion growing in this section right here, creating that little flapper, it looks like. As you can see, all throughout this clay section of pipe, we have numerous root intrusions. Pulling back here, we're going to be coming up the middle of the driveway in between 1619 and 1623. Pulling back here, so you can see right around 99 feet out, we got some small roots growing in that clay joint. Pulling back here to around 95 feet out, 96 feet out. It's a little hard to tell, but bottom left-hand side of the screen, left-hand side of the pipe, we have a mainline cleanout tying in. We located this cleanout kind of at the edge of the driveway, just off to the right-hand side if you're coming up the driveway. I believe this is going to be on 1619, kind of outside Unit A's front door. We located this cleanout in the little access panel to the crawl space. As you can see here, around 87 feet out, we got some small roots growing in that clay joint. It's a little hard to tell. I think we just missed it, but right here around 77 feet out, top left-hand side of the screen, top left-hand side of the pipe, we have, I believe, our Unit A tie-in for 1619. And pulling back here, top right-hand side of the screen, same thing on the pipe. I think this is going to be our 1623 Unit A tie-in. One on each side of the pipe. Right here around 56 feet out, have another tie-in on the left-hand side of the pipe, which is going to be followed by, right here around 52 feet out, another tie-in on the right-hand side of the pipe. This is going to be for our next two units coming up the driveway. See right here around 49, 50 feet out, we got some small roots growing in that clay joint. Right here, around 32 feet out, right-hand side of the pipe, and then probably, it's a little hard to tell just because there's a little bit of standing water right here, but right here, a little bit further down, probably around 34 feet out, left-hand side of the pipe, we have our next two units tying in. It's a little hard to tell, but I believe this right here around 16 feet out, top of the pipe, or sorry, top of the screen, left-hand side of the pipe, is going to be our last unit tie-in. Before we, right here, sorry, around 14 feet out, right here, is that last unit tie-in before we come back and around these bends. That last unit tie-in is going to be for the clean out directly across from the way, or directly across the driveway from the one we are cameraing. Here we're pulling back towards our clean out. Right here, there's another Y in between our clean out and our tie-in to the main under the drive. Not 100% sure if there's anything tying in this Y right here, or if they possibly just used it as a change in direction. Here we're pulling straight back from the driveway towards our clean out. As you can see, there are some small root intrusions going in this section of clay too. Right here, it's about 2 feet out, we're transitioning from clay to ABS. And here, we're coming up and out of our ABS cleanout. This right here is our ABS cleanout. Our line is running pretty much straight out to the middle of this driveway here. We're taking a right and running down towards Bath Street, down that way. Once we get out here towards Bath Street, we tie into the manhole right here. This is going to be our third and final recording. End of video.